Shalom, shalom, Yahshua. I want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rahakadash, which in the Paleo Hebrew tongue, create names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you, sister brothers, living this truth, and shalom to the brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show themselves approved. Shalom. Yahshua, I was watching a lesson by the Ak Shapah the 12, a very good lesson. I recommend you watch it. And he was talking about the clergy response team and what that is, which I didn't become aware of that until, the older brother that's been fellowshipping with us, Marak, told me about it. And it's so yapa, everything's coming together. Because now I understand why TD Jakes just got a $1 billion deal for Wells Fargo. Now I understand why he got that. Everything's making sense. They're going to need their pastor pork chops in order to funnel Yasharala to the slaughter, is what that is. So, Lord willing, by the time I'm done with this lesson, you'll know what the clergy response team is, and you'll know the role that these false pastors play in leading Yasharala right into Esau's hands. So first things first, let's go get that. What is the clergy response team? What is that? Let's go get that. So I got an article pulled up by Ken Brown. Now check this out, Yashra. This is a dude, Pastor Porkchop, and he was a part of it. He's going to tell you what he was supposed to do and the role. And they probably giving these Pastor Porkchops money as well. So check this out. It says, some of this blog's readers have known me for many years, but I'm quite sure you didn't know this. I was once a secret agent for the Federal Emergency Management Administration. You see, FEMA developed a program called the Clergy Response Team, or CRT, to enlist ministers in calming the populace in the event of an emergency, like Hurricane Katrina in 2005, and I was approached to train for CRT. In March of 2010, I spent 5 days in Washington, D.C. to attend the course, though obviously I could not tell my congregation that was the purpose of my trip, since it was a convert assignment. Basically, man, these pastor pork chops are like secret agents. So it says, it was the church's understanding that I would be attending a pastor's conference in the area. Unfortunately, I proved to be woefully incompetent collaborator, and my cover was easily blown. An astute former church member, Sleuth at the time, was able to put the pieces together and expose my, clandestine activities, which means secretive. That's what that word mean. Those pieces included my teaching on Romans 13 about submission to the government. Yeah, I know about that precept. It tells you to be subject to the powers, the higher powers, which CRT requires pastors to emphasize in order to create a compliant mindset among the masses. This is necessary because FEMA is planning to institute martial law in the future and needs a willing citizenry in order to accomplish it without bloodshed. The submission teaching tripped to Washington the fact that our church has a 501c3 status, with the government made it all too obvious. So basically, he's going to go into, basically him being an agent. And basically, I put this article in the description box, and you can read it, because I just wanted to read that part to give you an idea of what the clergy response team is and what their responsibilities are. And we pretty much already hit that on the head. And now we're seeing where it came from. It came from FEMA. So this is a FEMA program to get ministers 501c status, which are pastor pork chops, to make their congregation compliant when the government gets ready to issue out the MOTB and martial law, and basically make them easy for the taking, which a lot of them already are. They already don't know the truth, because pastor pork chops don't give you the truth. They give you the lies that Esau taught. It's really Esau's doctrine that you're getting from these so-called Christian churches. That's why we call them plantation Christian churches. And now we're seeing that the next move is to usher you in and make you willingly take the MOTB. You know, that's what they're set up to do. They're probably going to get kickback money to, get the congregation to go, because I noticed Esau doesn't want to do this thing by bloodshed. He wants to do it by finesse. The easier it is that he can just make Yasharallah compliant, the better from him. He doesn't want to lose any of his assets, his military, his troops. He doesn't want to lose none of that. Police force. He won't Yasharallah just go easily and comfortably into this, NWO. That's what they want. And I've never liked Pastor Pork Chops, man. If you in the Planet Christian Church at this point, you need to leave. You're not getting no truth in them churches at all. And now your pastor really is an agent. If he got a 501c3 non-tax exempt status, you see what he's gonna do. He about to lead Yasharallah to the slaughter, man. Let's go get this. Let's get to the scriptures. And I'll put this in the description box. So if you want to read it all, you can read it all. But this is something to be aware of, Yasharallah, because this devil is about to get active with everything we see they're doing, and they're going to try to make it easy. And see, we got to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Shah that we're no longer listening and in those churches. And check it out. The Lord said it. This is Isaiah 9:16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. If you are following Pastor Pork Chop, the TD Snakes, Creflo Take Your Dollar, Joel Osteen, or any of these little pastors teaching their plantation Christianity, their sweet baby Jesus doctrine, they're going to get you destroyed. Because Esau's ready to make his move. He's going to go to these pastors. The pastors are going to line up Yasharallah and lead them right to the slaughter. And they're going to tell you things like, oh, you can get that device in your body. That's not that. Don't listen to them Hebrew Israelites. Those dudes are evil. Go ahead and get that in your body. God said you can get that device in your body and it's good. That's the passport you're going to tell the congregation. And if they simple, which they are, because they're still in the church, they should have been woke up to reality. They're going to go get that, and this precept will be fulfilled. Because these church leaders, man, the black church is tailored after Esau, man. He used the black church to keep Yasharallah a good slave. They even got a thing called a slave Bible, and that's the preaching they see Pastor Pork Chops preach with. They don't pull out Obadiah. They don't pull out prophecy. They pull out things to make you a good servant, a good slave. And it just, man, one for the scriptures. Like, I be looking at Yasharallah like, how are y'all still going to these churches, man? How are you still going to pay for lies? Pastor lying. And see, they never considered to read the Bible on their own, because when you do, it doesn't go with what you've been taught, what we've been taught growing up in these churches. It doesn't go together at all. And then you want to seek the truth, and then after that, you will not like Pastor Pork Chops, because you'll see that they're wicked, they're false prophets. So I'm gonna go get this right here, because they ain't got no light in them. They don't preach according to the word. They preach according to what Esau say. And you see it when we just read in that article. They're gonna start off with that Romans 13, man, be subject to the higher powers, and they're gonna lead them right to the slaughter. And that's horrible. As a pastor, you're supposed to look out for the sheep. You're supposed to want to save your people. We're supposed to be like Yahweh Shah. Instead, they getting a bag of money and they're leading them right to their deaths. And they don't care, because Esau done gave them the lie. Esau probably told Pastor Pork Chop, man, you're going to be in a good hotel. You're going to eat good food, water, your family be safe. Just do this. And like, these mega churches got millions of jakes in them. Millions of jakes. And that's easy taking. So this is Matthew 15 and 14. And it says, let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch, which that ditch is going to be your grave if you still listen to Pastor Pork Chop. Because he tells you to sin. One thing they say, that the laws are done away with. So they gets rid of your repentance. They gets rid of your order. So after that being said, you're going to listen to what he say. And he going to tell you, go get the device or go to this detention center, this camp. You will be safe. He going to lead his congregation right to the slaughter. And I don't feel bad because those people are blind and their leaders are blind. And what did Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah say? When the blind lead the blind, both fall into a ditch. So these people better open their eyes up, man. And they really should, because the truth is pumping hard. The truth is on the highway and hedges. These video epistles we put out, starting with the apostle elders of Great Millstone, on down, the elders, like my brothers teach is true. The truth is out. And when you compare them, we on point. Pastor Porkchop, he scrambling to cover up his lies and everything he done taught. His stuff don't match up with what's going on in the world right now. How we lay it out there and preach the prophecy, it's going on right now. It's happening. We let you know Esau every move. Like what I'm doing now in this video epistle, let you know Esau about to use Pastor Porkchop, who's really an agent. Pastor Porkchop is really an agent for Satan when you think about it. And he gonna lead them right. He gonna lead your grandma, your aunties, anybody still going to Planetary Christianity Church, right to their slaughter, right to the camp. And you see who set up Clergy Response Team was FEMA. They're the ones making the camps. So when you put it to, man, they easy work. Easy work, man. You know they getting a little kickback. You know they getting some kickback for that. Matter of fact, as we talking about that, let's go to one of the head ones that got some kickback. Because he got some major kickback. Look at this. TD Jakes. I call them TD Snakes or TD Fakes. He's partnered up with Wells Fargo, which is a bank that's about to collapse, a very racist bank. And they gave him $1 billion. Why did they give this man $1 billion? They give him $1 billion to do something beneficial. No, it just seems like on the surface. They gave this man $1 billion because he has a very big Jake following. TD Jakes got millions of Jakes that subscribe to his, his madness, all that Planetary Christianity stuff. Because this dude is really, he ain't a man of the Lord. So they giving him $1 billion, making sure, they done lace his pockets of fat. And you know how Jake is. Jake like, oh, TD Jakes got the money. He got $1 billion. That's more to set him on stage and give him that platform to lead Yasharallah or Israel to the slaughter. Like they giving this dude the power, which is that money. That's how Jake look at it. Oh, he got $1 billion. I'm gonna, like the scriptures say, when a rich man speak, everybody listens. Loosely paraphrasing. So that's why they gave this dude $1 billion. They're gonna use him to destroy a lot of Yasharallah. So it says, Bishop T.D. Jakes has announced $1 billion partnership with Wells Fargo to increase the economic vitality and inclusivity of underserved communities across America. So they gave you $1 billion, man. They about to make some camps using his name. That's what they about to do. Jakes announced on CBS Mornings that the TD Jakes Group will collaborate with Wells Fargo for a period of 10 years to fund a variety of projects that foster community development. So, come on, man. You put one and one together, man. No, this dude was part of the CRT, Clergy Response Team, and they done allowed this pockets up majorly. Gave this dude $1 billion. And basically, with how I see it, they're going to make houses that Esau's going to use for people to get that device in their body. And they're going to use his name and his following to, make it an easy take. Like, lead them out, man. Kind of like drink the Kool-Aid. Them little cult leaders that had their members drink the Kool-Aid and they all die. That's, man, T.D. Jakes is about to do that, man. So now it's making sense because I heard about when he got this, and now we see why. Now we see why he's getting $1 billion. He's to lead Yasharallah, to their death. He's the head dude of the response team. He's the face of it now. They said this devil ain't slick, man. You're not eating with Satan devices or his agents. They showing themselves now. And as a real man of the Lord, it's our job to expose them, these agents, and tell you, leave these blind leaders alone. And then, while I'm saying this, you even got them in Israel. Bishop Nate of IUIC, that dude is an agent, man. General Yohanan of IUSPK, that dude is an agent. Both of those camps have 501c3 non-tax exempt charters. Both of them. And both of them, especially IUIC, operates just like Plantation Christianity. Like, I talked to a young dude that was in IUIC, and he told me what you got to do to get in IUIC. You got to dang near fill out a job application, pretty much. He told me all the information. He gave his address up, his name, his family, and all of that. I'm like, oh man, this dude. I basically told that young Jake, like, your information's in the police database, man. When stuff get bad, they're gonna come snatch you up. You already know. He scoffed at, like, no. He hit me with that stuff that Nate hit them with. No, we got to do paperwork and it's for this and it's for that. And I'm like, dude, he making money off y'all. That's you a tax write-off for Nate, is what I told that young dude. I told him, man, if you really about the truth, you need to get away from Nate. You need to come to the true doctrine of Great Millstone. And he, nah. He love Nate. Nate got the money. And they do comedy shows and go around, basically like the Christian church. So I'm like, man, that young dude about to get, if he don't come out of that dude, get away from Nate, he gonna be destroyed. Nate got all his information, address. He even told me the names of his family and all that. I'm like, what? And then it tripped me out. He was like, y'all don't do that paperwork stuff? I'm like, no, man. Our paperwork is the scriptures. And me and my Akim, none of us filled out no paperwork to nobody and submitted it to teach the truth. You don't need that. All you need is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. Go to the highway hedges, lift your voice like a trumpet, and let it out. You ain't do no paperwork and all of that stuff. And I'm not in Great Millstone, but I haven't heard of any Great Millstone brothers talking about them having to do that. This is organic. So Nate, he's going to do the same thing that T.D. Jakes is doing. He's probably part of the clergy response team. General Yohanan too. That dude is horrible. He told his people to go get that thing. He tell them to go get the device in their body. Like, that dude is off, man. Them was false leaders of Israel. And if the spirit is with you, you'll see that, man. That's why I say, blessed for our eyes, for they see. Loosely paraphrasing. So I'm going to go get this. Because all them dudes that I talked about are getting a bag of money. They're selling Israel out because it pays for them. They let you know they're not the real true shepherds, and they don't care about Yahabashah's sheep. They don't even feed the sheep right. They feed a bunch of BS. We're supposed to be like Yahushua. Yahushua was a good shepherd. He gave his life for us. That's how we got to be. We got to be in that same steed right there. We got to be willing to give our life for the believers in this truth. Therefore, we have to rightly divide this word, and we have to be good watchmen. We got to let Yahshua know, man, like Esau coming with the sword. Esau about to do this. Esau about to do that. That's what a good watchman does. Not, here come Esau, and then you lead your people to Esau to get slaughtered real easy. That's not a good shepherd, man. That's a sellout, man. And I don't respect sellouts. I don't like sellouts. That's why I don't like these false camps at all. They offend me greatly because I see them leading our people to the slaughter and they don't care. They doing it for money. Can't respect that. So this is John 10 and 11. And it reads, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. Hey, we in that same steed, man. I want to see my people making on them chariots. I want to see my people be, well and safe. So I'm not going to let Esau gain advantage on my people. I'm about to tell it on Esau. I don't give a damn if, that compromises, my well-being of my life, man. I gotta let the sheep know. Esau making moves, man. He's coming with the MOTB. He's coming with the military. He's coming. Get prepared. Get ready. That way, hey, I want Yahshua to be ready for Esau. So here go 12. It says, but he that is a hireling and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leadeth the sheep, and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them and scattereth the sheep. That's what Nate about to do. That's what General Yohana about to do. That's what all these little t-shirt friends groups, these false leaders is about to do. That's what Pastor Porkchop is about to do. Those are hirelings. They really don't care about their congregation, the people, man. They just want to get paid. And when stuff get bad, what the scripture say he gonna do? They gonna run and leave the congregation, you know, all by they lonely. And then the congregation gonna be lost because they ain't been fed with the truth. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's happening. They're gonna be in a straight shock, you know, a state of fear and shock, to where Esau can easily, you know, lead them and sway them whichever way he want to. Versus us that's been laced up with the truth. Oh man, we gonna move like lions when this thing hit. We know what's going on. Soon we see Esau in this military, we are gonna know what the game, what the deal is. We gonna move with power in that time when all things get bad. Why? Because we have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of what's going on. We got prophecy. We got hope. We know the church is coming. You know, so we're gonna be strong when all hell break loose. Versus people that's been in Plantage Christianity, they're going to be super lost, man. They ain't learned nothing in church. He ain't taught them nothing. He gave them feel good stuff that's not profitable to them. So when all hell break loose, they're going to be panicking and bugging out. Versus us, we're going to be moving. We're going to be making power moves. Like, I know what's going down. Let me go this way. Oh, no, I ain't about to go to that camp. I know what you about to do. I'm not getting that device. No, no, no. You know? And you got to, like, give all praises how Yahushua set this up. With all these men of the Lord teaching the truth. You know? Putting their lives on the line to teach this truth. The real shepherds are out doing this work, the real watchmen. That's why the hopeful elect are not going to be deceived when Esau comes with all his diabolical plans and schemes, all these lies. We ain't fooled by that. You know, we done ate the good food. We fed. You know, and we ain't scattered no more. We're in the house of David. We in the house, Yasharallah. So we ain't scattered. We know we Hebrew Israelites. We know what our Lord requires of us. We know who Esau is. We know who the wolf is. The wolf is Esau Edom, a.k.a. the white man. See, they don't teach that in Plantage Christianity. So Jake, you know, Yasharallah that's in that Plantage Christian mindset, they don't know that Esau is the devil in the flesh, man. So they're going to be easy taken. You know, and see all them dudes that did that, they're going to get a penalty for that. And look, this is going to back up what I just said on verse 13, John 10:13. The hireling fleeth because he is a hireling and careth not for the sheep. You hear that? He don't care, man. Nate don't care about his congregation. General Yohana don't care about his congregation. T.D. Jakes don't care about his congregation. Creflo Take Your Dollar don't care. And you know the Edomite pastor sure don't care about their congregation. They don't care, man. They gonna get on the plane, go to their bunkers, whatever Esau promised them, they gone. And they people gonna be sat there just, what do we do? I don't know what to do. Okay, I gotta go here. And they gonna be crying. And it's just gonna be bad news for them. Hey, that's their own fault. Cause like we done told you, quit following these false camps. And you should, I mean, I feel like Yasharallah should have been that came out planting Christianity. That ain't did nothing for us. All them years being there hearing that same sermon, same old precepts getting pulled. Like they don't really break the book down. You hear the same recycled scriptures, feel good scriptures. They don't never bring out the book of Obadiah. They don't even bring out Revelation 13 and 10 and break that down. Like, come on, man. Hey, this is a big book. Feed me with some wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You ain't gonna get that in that church. You gonna get that. Love Jesus. Jesus love everybody. Now put some money in my plate, and that'll be that. Listen to the band. Listen to the choir. That's all you get. Can't tell me nothing. I done grew up in Plantage Christianity, and I hated it. straight hated it. Because I used to tell my grandma all the time, like, that pastor ain't talking about nothing. And she was giving me whoopings. Yeah, boy, you better listen. You better not go to sleep in church. I used to go to sleep in church, and I'm glad. I'm like, all this madness to do, the spewing out, everybody jump around like demonic fools. The black church is crazy. It's madness. So check it out. We ain't worried about these, these false pastors, because they about to get a big penalty from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah for doing that. They better get a gruesome judgment. Because check it out, this Jeremiah 23:1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. You hear that? And I'm going to hit two, too. Therefore thus said the Lord Yahweh of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord. Oh, you hear that? And he gonna visit T.D. Jakes. He already visited Nate a little bit. He gonna do it again. And they gonna get a gruesome judgment because they're scattering the sheep. Especially like Nate and General Yohana, the people that's like know they Hebrew Israelites, but are following these false camps. They really gonna get messed up. Because them people, they wanted to get the truth, but they didn't get it though. They fell by the wayside into a false camp. And really the spirit gotta lead you to the truth. Because I used to listen to a T-shirt and friends group, watching for Israel, not Quan them. But I seen they wasn't right, man. I had to, make another move. A lot of people can't do that, man. They get stuck on what's that? Pride and loyalty. All them dudes at my job that follow IUIC, they love Nate, man. They love Nate. And I'm like, Nate, about to sell y'all out. And you can't really tell them that because then they want to get carnal, want to fight you. They're like, a lot of people that go to Plans of Christianity will fight you for their pastor. You better not say nothing about my pastor. My pastor a good man. And this dude is a whole secret agent. Clergy response team. He about to send them to their death. You trying to help them, send them to Yahweh Shah so they can have life. And they don't want, they smacking it down. So all you can do is, dust your feet off, which means, let them be. You did your best. You told them that dude is a wolf in sheep's clothing. You told them that. They didn't want to listen. That's on them. Blood ain't on our hands. We can only do so much. All we can do is pull the covers back and show them. If they don't want to believe, that's on them. And then our conscience is clear. I showed you he ain't no good. So if you want to follow your T.D. Jakes because he got $1 billion, that's on you. Because I already know what he about to do. We already seen these dudes as agents, man. That's been the best thing for Esau is the so-called black church. That's been helping keep Esau in power. Because it keeps you dumbed down like your Martin Luther Kings. That dude was an agent, man. He did a bad works. He led Yashua into a burning house, which he said himself. In his last speech, he said that. That's why they had to knock him off. He tried to reverse gears. They like, we didn't pay you to say that, do this. He started feeling bad, is what it was. Their conscience started eating at him. He like, golly, I've been selling my people out for money. And he tried to switch it up. They wasn't going to let him do that. So, the same thing, man. Planted Christianity, Eugene Jennings. They're about to lead Yahshua to the slaughter. And that's what CRT is. Not the critical race theory, but the clergy response team is going to help Esau when they start, do martial law, start letting all hell break loose. They're going to, what they call that, order out of chaos. They're going to gather Yahshua up, put them in the camps, and fit them with their device. And they're going to use those Christian pastor leaders to help, make the people docile, make it an easy take so they won't fight back. Esau doesn't like a fighter. Esau don't want to fight. He really weak. He wants an easy, soft target. And see, the house of David, we fighters, man. We like the Lord, man. We men of war. So it's gonna be a very hard thing, which really he's not gonna get the hopeful elect. He ain't gonna get the hopeful elect. You know, Esau, he's not gonna get that. Why? Because we have the truth. We're in the house of David. We have Yahweh Bashim Yahushua who has our back. And we are like stubborn in righteousness. So Esau, man, he don't want that. He gonna have a hard time to hopefully elect, especially the men. The men of the Lord about to get his devil hell. And you can clearly see it already. That's why the devil up there scared, man. That's why he got AI. Esau is scared of the men of the Lord. That's them battle axes. That's them lions right there. That's where he's gonna get his L at. So, not really worried about Esau, man. And I'm probably end off with this right here. Now that I'm looking up at 23 and 4. I might start at 3, man. This chapter, man. Jeremiah chapter 23 is good. So check it out, Jeremiah 23 and 3. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. So that's the Lord talking about this truth right here. It's gathering up the remnant, the hopeful elect. We're not listening to Pastor Porkchop, man. I dare to cuss Pastor Porkchop out. He trying to come tell me about some Jesus. Get the hell out of here, dude. I'm too grown for that now. And here goes number 4. And I will set up shepherds over them which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed. Neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. Woo, that's true. Them shepherds, starting the apostle, elders of Great Millstone on down, they're still real men of the Lord. Those are shepherds, man. Real shepherds. And they feeding us the truth. And what has happened since then, man? When I got the truth, I don't fear no more. I'm like, Esau, bring it. Do you know what's going to happen to you if you mess with me? We not in fear no more. That's what the devil's scared. He like, hold up, y'all supposed to be scared. They not scared no more. I don't like the way that brother look at me. You know, Esau's scared now. We not. We not in fear and we not dismayed. Why? Because we know what's going on. I know who Esau is. I know your true nature. I know how you get down. And I know the Lord promised me. The Lord said I should make some of you men battle axes. And Lord willing, I want to be one of those. So why should I be afraid of Esau? I'm looking at Esau like, you better be afraid of me. Do you know if I get that power, what I'm going to do to you? That's how I look at Esau. So we ain't lacking nothing, man. We got the truth. When you got the truth, you're not lacking nothing. You got everything you need when all hell break loose. You're going to know what to do. You know what's going on. You're going to move different. This based on that knowledge, man. It's that Isaiah 33 and 6. So I love that, man. I'm going to finish off with 5. We're going to finish off with 5. So this is Jeremiah 23 and 5. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will raise with David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. Oh, did you peep that, Yashrala? That's talking about the house of David being raised up. We witnessing that. We're in the house of David. And he said, a king shall reign and prosper. Who's that king? That's Yahushua. He coming back, Yashrala. That's why the devil's scared. We got a great king coming soon too. And he said he shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. Esau about to get put out. Esau about to lose. That right there should boost your faith and have you in a good spirit, man, knowing that Esau about to get knocked in his mouth real quick. This devil about to get knocked out of rulership. He gonna get hit so hard. He gonna be on the ground. And when he on the ground, what we gonna do? When he try to reach for that helping hand, man, kick him right in his mouth. Like, devil, you stay down. You not ruling nothing no more. And see, that's the good news, man. That's what we waiting on. And you gotta, hey, all praise and glory to you. How about Yahushua that we not follow no false leaders, man. We in the spirit of, hey, I'm about to give you the business, Esau. Straight up. Not listening to your agents. You know, I already know you're gonna try to round me up in the camp. We know that. We know these things. And we also know your house about to come put their foot off in you, Esau. We know that too. So with that, hey, we not afraid of Esau. Esau, he's afraid. That's why he trying to use his AI. This devil's scared. He should be. We reading precepts like that. I don't say, see, Pastor Portia don't bring stuff out like that. He don't tell you stuff like that. He tell you love everybody and stuff like that. And be get ready to die, then you go to heaven. No, heaven's going to be right here on earth. Your house is bringing heaven on earth. That's the second covenant, and it's coming soon. So with that, I hope it's been edifying. I want to say Kwame Yasharala, DT Abba Shalom.